How's it going, everyone? This is Precisely Podcast, a podcast about beer and video games. I'm your host, Beau, and with me, as always, we got Tony Tone Tone.
And with us, as always, also, we have Kelly Kelkel.
Yo, I have nobody else to introduce, so.
Well, I'm Bodio Bodo.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. That's actually what my...
No one called you that before.
Bodio Dodo. Yeah, Bodio
No,
Dodo was
that's
not
too
my
much.
grandma, but it was like my step-grandma.
It's
It
too
was my
much.
cousin's grandma. So what would that make?
Nothing, really.
No,
Okay.
no, some second grandma.
Yeah, I saw her a
Don't know.
lot, and she would call me Bodio Dodo. I'm not lying. You can ask Trey.
Well, I don't believe you.
Either way, it's 2020, y'all. How was everyone's New Year's Eve and New Year's?
Fine.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We got to see a band play and probably drank a little too much, but it was good. New Year's dinner was great.
Yeah, New Year's Day was good. I took a really long nap halfway through the day. Got to play some video games. It was fun. But yes, drank too much. Probably poisoned myself.
Definitely.
I just sat in my house. I didn't do
I
anything.
wish I would have done that.
That's what I do like every year because
Yeah.
nobody does anything.
I think I need to do
We
that.
do stuff.
In my friend group.
Next year, I'm not getting hungover, though. I'm going to start the new year off right.
I don't even think we should go out next year.
Oh, we'll see.
Dude, I don't think I've gone out in like 4 years.
I
We
would
have,
Can't
like, a
remember the last time
tradition.
I went out for New Year's.
Yeah, we have a tradition on going out with like a certain crowd, and then like usually I'm drunk before we even actually go out. But this year I was like, I'm not going to drink until people come over to the house. And I think Tony was the first person that came over at like 8:30, which was pretty late. And I didn't have anything to drink. And then I cracked open my first drink, and I was chugging. And then I don't remember.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. Hey, we got home safe. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Uber, thank you.
Oh man, that charge must have been so much. That upcharge on that Uber.
Oh, probably. I
I
Probably
can't even
double
imagine.
price.
I have no idea who paid for it.
$30 or something. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I was pretty sure that our friends dropped us off the whole time. Kayla kept telling me that I kept asking, like, hey, did we say bye to Dave and Lindsay? Like, over and over again. And she's like, they left at, like, right after midnight, and we were there till 1:30. I'm
Oh,
like,
man.
oh.
Dang.
So, what are we drinking?
Blizzard of Hops tonight.
Boy!
Beer by Trogs Brewing.
Yeah, so a lot of people know what Trogs is, I
Yeah,
feel like.
super local for us.
Very local. They're out of Hershey. If you're familiar with Hershey chocolate bars, Trogs is like right next to Hershey Chocolate World.
So basically, every parent who ever takes their kid to Hershey Park just goes directly to Trogs afterwards, and they're screaming children who are tired from being in a theme park all day inside
Yeah.
the brewery.
It's a nice spot there. They got good food and
Oh, their food is delicious.
good atmosphere.
Yeah.
Everything's really like oversized. You almost feel like a king, like an 18th century. That's what I feel like.
Those chairs are really
17th
big.
Century king, 18th century, maybe, or before that, I guess it would be.
Okay.
Keep taking the centuries back. No, those
how
chairs
far
you
back?
sit in at the tables are like, I feel like they're very tall in the back. I
Yeah,
think you're right.
It's like a throne almost, or something.
Yeah.
Or like what you would imagine Knights of the Round Table.
I know, like,
Except it's
the
square.
plates of
Yeah.
food is very fancy for a brewery.
It was like one of the first breweries in our area. Like, well, when they moved to the new place, because back
They
Bef-
were in Harrisburg.
they were in the city of Harrisburg. And then when they moved out to Hershey, when they got big enough, they kind of kicked off. I feel like they kicked off in our area the like craft brewery movement with like
Yeah.
the like not fancy, but like well plated foods and like seasonal menus and things like that. It just wasn't here.
Yeah. It
You would
was
get bar food wherever you went, but here it was like you can get like
fancy.
poutine basically,
Mhm.
and like
Meat
you
and
could
cheese
get
plates.
yes, you could get charcuteries, whatever you wanted, fondue, and like all these fancy sandwiches and stuff. And oh, it's so good, all of it.
Yeah, very good. Like we've said before, we're from central Pennsylvania, and like Kelly was saying, Trogs was probably the first really good brewery. There was also Appalachian Brewing Company, which is still around, that has 3 locations around the area, but their beer and food is just subpar to me. Like, it's all right.
Yeah, I think ABC is like I mean, don't get me wrong, I like going there. Their food is like fine. It's just like very standard fare.
Yeah.
And their beer is kind of standard. There's some beers I like from them that like are pretty good, like some of their seasonal ones, but you know, like their mountain lager is nice. But it's a lager. Like it's just a lager to me.
It's nothing to write home about. But now, in 2020, there's probably I don't know, like 18 breweries and like a 20-mile radius.
No, way more than that.
Probably more than that.
Way more than that. There's got to be at least 40.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if you stretch down, you go
to
York,
York, yeah.
Carlisle, even Chambersburg.
Yeah.
Within 40 minutes from here, you know, there's breweries. There's at least three breweries in every major metropolitan area around here. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy. And I'm sure it's like that everywhere, honestly. But what do we think about Blizzard of Hops?
I like it. It's just a winter IPA. It's a little spicy, kind of, little citrusy.
For some reason, it reminds me like, and it might just be placebo effect because the label has snowflakes, but it reminds me of like a beer brewed with snow water.
Yeah, that's how they do it. Don't you know? They capture the icicle drips off of the roof, and like, you know, when it snows and it just comes sliding down, they just have a little tarp underneath to catch it all, and it funnels in. Okay. To the brewery, and they use that water.
So we got like our first real snow like the other day.
Yes, and ironically, I was drinking this very beer on Wednesday when that snow was falling, or
so they
whenever,
like just brewed
Tuesday.
It, bottled it, and brought it to your house all on the same day that it snowed.
Basically, yeah.
Or this is last year's beer.
Yeah. No. I mean, like the Trogs elf showed up at my door and was like, "Here you go. It's snowing. Here's your Blizzard of Hops." That's what happens in central Pennsylvania. Don't you guys get that at your place? Like,
for sure.
No.
No, it's really good to me. It's a 6.4%, 80 IBUs. Trogs has always been a brewery to me that's like, you want a hoppy beer, go to Trogs. It's punch you in the face with hops, like almost all their beers. But now they've, you know, branched out and they have really good sours and kettles and lagers and ales. But yeah, before it was just like IPA.
It was very IPA. And even like the Dreamweaver was still pretty hoppy. Troganator is probably my favorite from them. That double buck, it's like a really good, like it's not too much, but it's just enough for me. Yeah. Like where you could have a couple of them and you'd be like, this is fine. Like the Blizzard of Hops, I like it a lot. You know, in the winter, it's like you were saying, it's really crisp. Like it just tastes nice. Like it's kind of refreshing in a way. Like when you're sitting inside and it's dark out and you're like, it's cold, I don't want to do anything. A lot of the times in the winter, I turn to like whiskey because it's warmer to me than beer.
Oh, absolutely.
So I drink a lot of whiskey in the winter and I drink a lot of beer in the summer. So this one is like one that I would go more towards in the winter. Okay. Like it would drive me to get that IPA in the winter when I don't usually want that.
I like that.
So it's a good beer if you have it in your area or if you have a chance to try any Trogs beer. Highly recommend it. They've been one of my favorites for a long time.
Don't try a Mad Elf unless you know what you're going for, though.
Unless you're at a Christmas party you don't want to be at, drink one really quickly and then do the same with the second and you won't remember a thing.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Mad Elf is like, what, 16% or something?
It's like 12%?
Yeah. Yeah.
But 13. It's only during Christmas, so if you find it now, it's rare.
I have a 6-pack.
I let one age every year. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in my mudroom and it's probably like 2 or 3 years old now. I don't want it.
I keep one from each year, each Christmas. You know, if I get one for Christmas or if I buy a 6-pack for myself, I'll keep one and then keep it till the next year and then drink it and then do the same with that next pack that year. Like I just have one that I age for a year.
Yeah, I like that. So what you guys been playing?
I was playing some River City Girls the other night. I've been playing that with this week. I like it a lot. I do.
Are you playing single player then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I've just been like taking it like handheld mode to bed, like and just laying down and playing it.
But you can play it in co-op, right?
Yes, there's a 2-player option. It's really fun. Like, just the style, you know, it just feels fun. Like it's brightly colored and everything. And the girls are like, they're stupid in a way that it's funny kind of thing. Like you expect them to be like, oh, we're going to go beat people up. Like whatever. We know all these martial arts moves or something. And they're just like, oh no, our boyfriends have been kidnapped. Let's go beat the crap out of some cheerleaders. And, you know, I don't know what day of the week it is or something. Like they're just dumb. Like,
so there's like actual dialogue and stuff.
Yeah, there's like you know, like it'll pop up on the bottom with like their face.
Yeah.
And then like during the cutscenes or whatever, and then you'll go into your gameplay, which is you know, just you, and you're in, you know, a confined space. You have to beat your enemies before you move to the next. You know, pretty classic. There's a couple weapons you can pick up. But it's been fun so far. I'm not too far into it, but I like it a lot. I don't know. I just like it a lot for some reason. Like it's catching me more than other games have.
Yeah, I heard good things about. So this is sort of like a sequel in the sense, or like a remake with different sprites from the original Nintendo game, River City Boys.
River City Ransom.
River City Ransom, yeah.
Yeah.
So I have it for Game Boy Advance actually too.
Yes, it's also hard to find for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really play River City Ransom, but I'm no stranger to that style game back on the NES and like that. So I don't know too much about the River City Ransom, but it does
seem... It's just a side-scrolling beat-em-up.
Right, no, but I mean like as far as like the story of it. So, but really it sounds like... yeah, but what it sounds like is... And if anybody knows, correct me if I'm wrong, the guys who are dating the two girls, who I forget right now, long Japanese names that I'm just blanking on. The boys who the girls are dating, I believe, are the characters from River City Ransom.
Okay.
And they've been kidnapped. So the girls are like in detention. They get like a text message or something that says, you know, we have your boyfriends. We're kidnapping them. And, you know, pay up or else or something like that. And then they like literally are in detention like, screw this, we're leaving, and just beat the crap out of everybody in detention and jet out.
Oh, that's cool.
It's fun. It's so fun.
That's a great start.
Yeah, so I like it a lot. That's been something I played a lot this week.
Awesome. I played a little bit of Jedi Fallen Order, nothing really to talk about. Slowly grinding through that. And then it made me want to watch The Mandalorian, and I just binge watched that and finished that, and it was so good.
Oh,
so funny near the end. Like I was like cracking up laughing. I was like, this is just so corny, but in such a good way. Like the humor is subtle.
Yeah, I won't give any Mandalorian spoilers, but as a huge Star Wars fan, I thoroughly enjoy it, and the way that they made it into a space western basically is both comedic and amazing.
Yeah.
Like it just fits, and you don't think, let's put John Wayne in another planet and you know, here it is. But that's exactly what it is, but it doesn't feel like it. It's so cool. They did such a good job.
Did you watch it, Tony?
No, I haven't seen any of it yet. But
he just sees Baby Yoda.
Yeah,
so everyone's seen Baby Yoda.
He's so...
That's like
he's so cute.
The most popular thing on the internet 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he's so cute.
But he's the best. I would protect him with my life.
So this is no spoilers, but there's just this great scene on the last episode where these two stormtroopers are like just chilling, waiting for the orders to like bring their hostage in.
I want those two troopers, by the way, to have their own spinoff because the dialect was like the dialogue between them was so good.
So them talking, great, you know, they're just like being like real people, whereas a stormtrooper to us in every Star Wars movie has been like a robot. And they're like, like, why can't we just bring them in, you know? And he's like, well, the main boss man's just killed this guy for showing him, you know, the wrong badge or something like that. And he's like, like, do we really need to do this? And then they just start like trying to hit like a tin can in the desert with their laser guns. Oh. And they just keep missing over and over again. And like the scene should have ended a while ago, but it keeps going almost like a Family Guy scene.
I laughed
and you're just
so
like, this
hard
is amazing.
because that I mean, now technically it's canon in the Star Wars universe. Stormtroopers can't hit anything with
I
a
didn't even think
blaster.
about it like
That's
that.
what,
Yeah,
exactly what
okay.
it was. And I was laughing so hard because they finally put it in there. They found a way to make it happen.
Yeah, that's
so they were
great.
like, stormtroopers are terrible. I mean, these are scout troopers, but still terrible
Yeah.
with a blaster. They won't hit anything.
And they're like smacking their blaster like, oh, it must be
It's
off.
broken. Yeah. It's like
It
clearly
needs calibrated.
missing it. They're not even nicking it. It's and you're looking at straight on watching the like lasers
Yeah.
basically surround the can but never hit it.
Yeah.
So good.
It's really good. I can't wait for them to make more because it seemed like there's going to be
I
more.
agree. Yes, season 2 will be coming. I don't know when, but
Yeah.
I'm very happy with what they did there. That was good.
Besides that, I busted open my Celeste and I tried that for a little bit. I gave the controller to my wife because she wanted to play a game while I was dusting off my shelves. I was like, you should try Celeste. She likes platformers, and she just hated the graphics so much because it's very 8-bit graphics. But, you know, what I saw, it's a cool story at first. The dialogue's great. The music was cool. And she was just like, I can't do it. Like, the graphics just, like, hurt her eyes too much. So I played, like, through a few different stages, and it's really tight. I love, like, the controls are, like, tight, and it just feels right. But I also didn't want to play it at the time. But it's a good game, so if you haven't tried it, do that. And then, Tony, you want to say anything? Because I got one that's sort of long. Do you have any games
What I've
you
been
played?
playing?
Yeah.
Call of Duty.
Just Call of Duty.
Oh, ding, ding, ding.
No surprise there.
Anything new with it? Did you prestige?
Oh, there's no prestiges in
yeah.
it. But no, they haven't really done anything
It's not worth it, man.
new. I guess
prestige.
waiting for that Battle Royale mode.
Yeah.
See what that's all about.
I heard they did like some type of matchmaking where it's like 2 of the smallest levels. And it's like a certain like instead of team deathmatch, it's something else. But it's like 2 of the smallest levels and like 6-on-6, and it's just crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
But there is like they have shipment.
Yeah, shipment is one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where once you respawn, you almost want to have your trigger like on,
Yeah.
firing because
Yeah, it's
people are
pretty
probably
much
going to be
instant
firing
death.
at you as soon as you spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not uncommon for people to have 100+ kills.
Yeah,
in that
that's
game.
insane, man. So I picked up my PSP again, just because I didn't want to go all the way upstairs for like my Game Boy Micro. I'm like, oh, let me play something else. And I picked up the PSP and I put Popo Lacrosse back in, which I was playing.
Popo LaCroix.
Is that what it is? It is.
I believe it's a
LaCroix, yeah.
French. A
Yeah,
LaCroix.
okay. I think
Croix
you're
is
right.
at
Yeah.
the end.
It's a really long word. Popo Lacroix. Or Croix, yeah.
I'm assuming
Yes.
because
No, I
it
think you're
looks
right.
French.
I think, yeah. No, I think you're right. Either way, it's a JRPG game. I played it last year, and I got, like, halfway through it, and then just put it down. It reminds me of, like, Final Fantasy Tactics mixed with like, a cute game like Earthbound or something. I don't know. Like Ni no Kuni, but, like, PSP graphics. Really enjoying that, and I was just like, man, I love the PSP for how loud of a handheld system it is. It's probably the loudest handheld system with it loading the small UMD disc.
Dude, that thing spins and it sounds like a jet taking off in your hand.
I'm like, oh man, like I'm trying to play it in bed and like waking up my wife
Yeah.
while she's sleeping.
Yeah. It's loud. Like just the system itself is
Yeah.
loud. But that's because you literally have a spinning disc in your hand.
Exactly. So it got me thinking. I'm like, I sort of want to collect for PSP, you know.
Oh no, are you collecting UMD movies?
No,
Watch
not-
out, Ryan.
No, I'm not going to do that. Our one friend, Ryan Blaster Master 86, collects PSP UMD movies, and he's going for a full collection. I think he's probably at like 300
He's
plus or
probably
something.
close.
Insane.
Ridiculous.
No, I
But
don't
we
want
love
to do
you.
that. But I was thinking about getting a full set of PSP games. I don't want to do that either. I just want some good games, and they made a lot of cool RPGs, like
Yeah.
Popo LaCroix.
There are a lot of good RPGs for PSP. It is a PlayStation system, so inherently there's a lot of good RPGs. But I remember there's just like a ton of like there's the Final Fantasies.
A lot of good Final Fantasies.
Yeah, what's Jeanne d'Arc is another one that's like
Joan of Arc.
no Jean or
Oh
Jean
yes,
d'Arc.
yes.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I got Half Minute Hero, I think it is, which is like an RPG for people that don't have time to play an RPG.
Oh, like me.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's like
I haven't played that one.
like really quick battles, really quick quests. It seems really like quirky and fun. And I was like, cool, that just came in the mail
Yeah,
today.
that's sweet. Yeah, there's a ton. I'm like blanking on a bunch,
Yeah.
but yeah, they have a lot of good games for PSP. Ironically, one of my favorite things to play on a PSP, and I don't know why, and I don't like them at any other point, but like the Need for Speed and like Burnout games on the PSP. I don't know why. I love racing games on the PSP, but I don't play racing games on any other system.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It's been a while since I played like any racing game besides Mario Kart. So I might have to try that.
Yeah. They're good. They're good games. And I just don't know.
I remember Midnight Club was a really good
yeah,
game.
that one's on there. Yeah. I liked Burnout Revenge, I think the best. Or I don't know if it's Revenge. Whatever the Burnout one is on PSP.
I mean,
I like that one a
graphics
lot.
are great for how old of a system it is.
Exactly.
And it's probably because it's this base, but it's just like, it blows me away. You know, it's retro, but it still looks good. I'm like, it's like a Sega Saturn in your hands. Or like a Dreamcast, sort of.
I think the original PSP looked better than like the PS Vita. And that, in my opinion, it was better.
On certain games, yes. I agree. Yeah.
I'm not talking about like graphics, but I'm talking about like physically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the way it feels in your hand.
It's definitely, it has weight to it compared to the Vita.
Like if they did something like that now, I guess if PlayStation did that,
I wish PlayStation would go back in the handheld market. They're too scared to, though, because of Nintendo.
Well, yeah,
Switch.
and the Switch is like dominating it, but Nintendo's given up on the DSs now, and they're strictly on Switch, like, you know, handheld and home at the same time. They don't want to do one or the other now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe Sony will figure out something like that where you can take something with you, because they had that like crossplay between the Vita and the PS4 or PS3 and the PSP. Like, I remember you could switch your saves or whatever.
Yeah.
You could do remote play on your Vita or something like that.
Yeah.
They had things like that you could go back and forth if there was some way to, like, streamline that, or, I don't know, somehow with some sort of handheld option. I could see Sony coming back in with that.
Yeah. Hopefully someday. So either way, I went down a rabbit hole, not only on games, but on what's the rarest PSP out there. And they made a lot of different
there's
variations
so
of PSPs.
many. Have you, Mike, on Instagram, like, it's like MIQH or something. He has his handle. He collects a lot of different console variations. He's a really great guy. He collects a lot of... Yeah. He very different console stuff, and like the handhelds, the PSPs, some of those that he had. I don't know if he still has, but there's like some crazy ones that I've seen he had or has.
So I found...
They're beautiful.
I found one. I'm probably going to butcher this name. It's called the Catch of Ugetsu Signature PSP. Kachu Fugetsu is a Yogi Gokugu that literally reads flower, bird, wind, moon. It means experience the beauties of nature, and in doing so, learn about yourself. Yogi Gokugo is a set of 4 kanji strung together for one powerful meaning. It's a beautiful white PSP with black kanji lettering and a red stamp on it, like those Japanese stamps. Look it up because it's super unique, and nobody is quite sure how many were made. Like, there might only be like 5 in existence or 500, but it's super rare. And I found one, and I bought it.
Oh, man.
And it's from the Ukraine, and it's like loaded with a bunch of PSP games. And
wow.
loaded with all the emulators for like Super Nintendo, Nintendo, Sega, all
How
that.
much was it?
I can see how uncomfortable you are in your face.
I don't like
with
saying
how
any-
much money you spent on it.
I don't like saying.
All right, plus or
numbers.
minus 200.
Well, that's a hard question because it was
Without shipping.
without shipping.
Oh yeah, because you're coming
That's-
from the Ukraine.
It's still a hard question. You want to know why?
Because it's in Ukrainian dollars.
No, because it was 200 even,
Haha.
Okay.
Good.
which is not a lot for such a rare console. I just got a hell of a deal on it. He had it listed for 225. And
What are you going to do with your other PSP?
I'm gonna play on both of them, boy.
He's gonna have one in one hand and one in the other. He's
Hell
gonna
yeah.
dual wield PSPs.
Do one with his feet, one with his
Oh
hands.
yeah,
Like
he's gonna
Joey
get
Joe,
some
Joe.
sort of
Double
like
vision.
grip on that he can slide on like socks. And
Can't do that.
he'll be playing with his feet.
PSP socks for the gamer who has everything.
Oh man,
Hell yeah.
trademark. We've got that first. Don't even touch it. You heard it here.
Tired of only being able to play one game at a time?
Is that backlog getting too big for you?
Use your feet.
Use your feet, you idiot.
You idiot.
Gamer socks holds your controller while you can hold another controller. 2-player
Yeah, they
with
could be
one person.
Just toe socks with grips on them.
I know it's got to have like a rest for it to go on. You know what I mean? Like a little,
Like a pedal.
so you're not physically holding the controller, leaving
Yeah.
your toes to do all the buttoning. Like all 10 toes can
You need like
function.
4 eyes though.
Gamer vision for the gamer who has everything, including gamer socks.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Again, you heard it here first. Trademark. Government that's listening, we got this.
Yeah.
Listen. Oh man.
So yeah, I'm excited for it. It'll probably take like a month to get here, but I was just like, I haven't bought like a system in a while. Like I pretty much have every system that I would want. I was just like, I want to splurge, and I'm really happy.
So I thought that like you were gonna be like, I bought the Hannah Montana system. And
Well, I was gonna buy that one because I do like purple. and I'm like,
yeah. I was gonna say like that's a weird one, but it's a common weird one. That like lilac purple
It's
Hannah
a cool
Montana
color,
version.
though.
It is a cool purple.
But they make so many cool ones. Like I almost bought one that's like this like metallic green, which was the Metal Gear Solid.
Yes, I've
version.
seen that. It's
And I
like,
was
yeah,
that's really cool. But
it's
that
like kind of
was-
clear, right?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, this is sort of the same price as this one, but what I could find about this kanji one is that people speculate there's like 500 produced, and it was only in Japan. But this one guy, like, there's one article on it where it's like this guy bought this crazy PSP and took very intimate pictures with it, and hardly any of you guys are going to be able to see this, so here you go. And it's just like really nice photos of this PSP, and
Okay,
that's all
I
the
didn't think
article
that's what
was.
you meant when
No,
you said
but that's all the
intimate.
article was, and I'm
Gamer
like, yo,
porn.
No.
For the gamer who has everything.
All right.
All right, sorry.
Let's get off the PSP subject. Either way, I'm like really excited for it. I'm just like, I need a new little handheld.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Watch for reshells when you're buying PSPs, because I know they're really easy to buy shells for and reshell them, like
Yeah.
Game Boys.
Oh.
When you're collecting Game Boys, I know, like
Especially
personally.
in the Ukraine, it's really
Oh yeah,
popular
they've got
for
a
them to
black market
resell
PSP. No, but I'm just
yeah, no, and
I'm
you
just
know
saying.
What? Yeah, damn it.
sorry
No,
to
I
burst
sh-
your bubble, but
No, I should've
anybody
messaged him.
listening,
I should have messaged him because this guy, what he does is like makes custom PSPs
Yeah.
and PlayStations and he had a
Anybody
bunch of,
listening,
like reshelled
if-
ones with like a
yeah.
clear thing. And I should have
Uh-huh.
been like, is this the kanji one?
yeah. If you want to collect for PSP or
Fuck.
Game Boy,
God
even
damn it.
you've got to watch for reshells.
I don't
It's a sticky
care.
situation.
Kelly, you're such a downer sometimes. You know?
Whoops.
Either way, it's a
Sorry.
really cool PSP.
I can't wait
like
to see it. I bet it's authentic.
It's probably not. No.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I bet it's authentic. It's fine. It's from the Ukraine. They're trustable people.
The guy actually had a photo of himself on
Intimately.
his eBay page with like a fake mustache.
No way.
Yeah, I was like, that's sort of cool. This guy's a funny
Dude,
guy.
yeah, he's
Definitely
legit.
a scammer.
He's legit.
Yeah.
He's legit.
All right.
Listen, nobody posts a picture of themselves on eBay. They post a copy of like Super Mario Brothers in between like cleavage to get people buy it.
Oh
Have
my
you
god,
seen
that
that?
one person does that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has his girlfriend.
Oh
post
my
pictures of,
God.
like 007.
I
Like, for the
literally- I just-
N64, and
I-
she has big old knockers, like really nice. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. But then he charges like $10 more than what
I
the
wonder if it
actual game
works.
goes for. And yes, they sell
Oh my
all the
God.
time. I'm like, ugh.
Why? Like, do people just want that game like because it touched
People
a
just
couple
want-
of titties
Maybe.
and they can't get
There's a lot
their
of
own
weirdos.
titties?
Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe.
Whatever.
Who knows?
I don't know.
All right. So, any other games you played before I get to my last one?
I'm not in large quantities. I was playing a little bit of Star Wars Battlefront 2 this past weekend with some friends online because they had like a triple XP or something that weekend, and I haven't played that game for a long time. Like back when it was like real broken, and I was just like, screw this, screw EA, I don't want to deal with it. And they were like, no, come try it with us. Like, come play with us for a while. And we played for a couple hours, and it was really, like, it's fun. They fixed a lot of things since the last time I played it, which was quite a few months ago. And, yeah, I liked it a lot. So that was fun. That's probably, like, the only other thing I've really been playing a lot of. It's been a busy couple of weeks getting back to work and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I really haven't had much time to play games, and when I've wanted to play games, I've literally been playing on the PSP. I'm just
yeah.
like, that's what I want to play right now.
I've been so tired. Yeah, I just go right and lay in bed and play my Switch.
Hell yeah, that's what you gotta do. So yeah, last game I played and first game I beat in 2020 is Luigi's Mansion 3, and I talked about it in depth on the last podcast, and I just want to say it's an amazing game.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a Switch and you don't have this game, you should buy it because it is fun and it is for anyone.
Yeah.
It is for all ages, I feel like. Anyone can play it and anyone can have fun with it.
Even like somebody, like say your friend or, you know, your mom or your girlfriend, they don't like video games, or, you know, you're trying to get your little cousin into video games and they don't know much about it. It's really a good game to show off what video games are capable of in a way. Like there's so much to do. There's so much to collect. You know, it's funny. It's good looking. It's got Luigi. Everything you could ever want in a game. So it's definitely a good way to start off somebody with gaming.
Yeah. So with that said, you guys want to go into main topic?
Yeah.
Let's
First
do
of
it.
all, what do we got here? Beau?
Oh, so I just poured another beer. I posted a picture on Instagram that our followers might be familiar with. Did you like my background on that picture? I literally used a paper towel piece of paper.
I didn't look.
Yeah. Oh, here's a white backdrop.
Oh my god. That's good. He did it for the gram.
Yes, but I bought 3 beers and I was like, what should we drink for this podcast? And everyone pretty much said, including you, Kelly, just drink all 3
I'm
of
sorry
them.
I started it,
Yeah.
but I plan on finishing it.
So the second beer we're going to drink is from Free Will Brewing Company, and it's called Crowd Party. It's a hazy India Pale Ale with vanilla and milk sugar. So this should be a good one. It's a really cool, trippy label. Looks like a Grateful Dead concert, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, if I ever saw the Grateful Dead, that's what I would assume it would look like.
It's 7%.
It smells very like sour, like fruity sour, kind of.
Kind of like grapes, I think, maybe a little
Yeah,
bit.
but like grapes that are like
Oh, it is
like it
grapey.
hurts the back of my teeth to smell it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but
Might
I have no idea.
might have
But
a
like-
cavity. I
no,
don't
no,
know.
no. Like you can like your taste buds like pick up that it's sour.
Apple juice.
It smells like a
That's
wine.
what it smells like.
Yeah, like a fermented apple, like a cider, almost like a really
I like
fermented.
that we're all smelling
cider.
it, and none of us have.
Listen,
drank
I
it
always
yet.
smell my
I
beer
had it.
first when I
tried
have a
it.
new beer.
Okay.
It doesn't
Try
taste like apple juice, but that's what it smells like.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that juice box apple juice.
Oh, that's
tastes-
interesting.
So it's a 7%. It tastes a lot heavier than that.
Yeah,
It
it's
tastes more boozy.
I thought it was going to be crisper based on the smell, and it is not. It's a little bit more, I don't know, just kind of flows
favorite.
nicely. No, it's not. Not the best, but I mean, I'll drink
I
it.
think smelling it messed me up.
Nah.
Sort of like
You
gave me,
always
like,
got to go for the smell first. It's like wine tasting.
Yeah.
You gotta
completely
take. You
different.
gotta.
It's fine.
You gotta
It's all right.
waft it.
Yeah, it's just a regular
Wash it around
beer
in your
to me.
mouth. Then
What
eat
is
an
it?
oyster cracker
It's
afterwards.
an IPA.
Yeah. It doesn't taste like an IPA though. Like we
No, it
just had an
doesn't.
IPA and this is so different, and yet they're both IPAs. Like the in your mouth feel. Again, back with the wine tasting.
Yeah.
I trust your judgment.
Great.
can't-
I don't.
I can't really tell.
I'm just talking to talk.
That's a podcast, right? That's what you
Yeah,
do.
pretty much. Yeah. We're getting good at this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. They're from Pennsylvania as well, Free Will Brewing Company.
Is that towards Philly?
Yes, they're from Perksy,
Mm.
Perkasie, Pennsylvania.
Never heard of it.
We'll say it's outside of Philly.
Yeah. I have
Most of Pennsylvania is outside of Philly.
Yeah.
If
it's
you ask
either
anyone.
Pittsburgh or Philly.
So when I went to college, so many people would like say, you know, oh, I'm from outside of Philly, and being like a suburb outside of Philly. And then one time I knew somebody lived, you know, in Harrisburg or near Harrisburg area, central Pennsylvania. And they were like, oh yeah, I'm like right outside of Philly. And I'm like, no,
Oh, you mean like an hour and a half?
you're
or
like
2
2 hours away from Philly. That's
Yeah.
not right outside.
Well, and that's because you're from the area.
Yeah, but like we were going to college in the area. Like it
Oh.
doesn't matter. Like I didn't go to college
Yeah.
far
That's
away.
more like I'm from Harrisburg.
Yeah, it's like other people were saying like, "Oh yeah, I'm from like other towns that are around that are smaller and not just Philly and Pittsburgh."
Well, Philly's known, and unfortunately,
We're
like,
the state capital. I
Yeah,
would hope we're
Harrisburg-
known.
So Harrisburg's the state capital of Pennsylvania, but hardly anyone knows that. When I lived out west, like I learned within the first like 5 people that I met out there, they're like, where did you live? And I was like, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And they're like, huh? They're like, is that close to Philly? I'm like 2 hours away. And they're like,
You could also
Oh,
say that you
okay.
live near Hershey Park. A lot of people know that.
Okay.
That's a
Well,
good
either
landmark.
way.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just saying.
If you would say Hershey, a lot more people would
yeah,
probably know.
eventually.
Well,
I
they
was
don't
just
know
like,
where
I
Hershey
live,
is. They just know the chocolate bars.
Yeah,
True.
I was like, I live right next to Philly. And they're like, oh, cool. All right. I'm like,
And then you take the 5 to the 105 to the PCH. That's how they talk out there, man. You put the thes in front of everything.
hella. You put
Hella. I also
front of
say hello a
everything.
lot though,
That's
and
a
I'm
West
not.
Coast thing.
I'm not from the. I mean, I spent time out
It
there, but I'm
came
not
over
from.
Hella.
Yeah, that's a San Francisco
cool.
thing, right? Mostly.
Yeah. Everywhere in Cali.
All right. Well,
Yeah. Either way. Oh, before we get into our main topic, I was randomly YouTubing stuff, and they had like a Super Mario Maker 2 competition. And I saw like the finalists, which the one was a famous YouTuber, the Completionist. Are you familiar
oh
with him?
yeah, I follow him.
Yeah, so he was one of the finalists, and then there was another guy, and they had to play a Super Mario Maker 2 level that was brand new to them. Like, nobody's played it before, and it looked so tough and so hard. They must have both died, like, 30 to 50 times within 6 minutes.
Wow.
But it was such a cool competition. I was like, this is great. And, like, there was a huge crowd, and then the other guy won, not the Completionist, and the maker of Super Mario Maker 2, this old man, came out and like shook his hand and was like, you did great. He was like, I actually tried this level out before anyone else did. He's like, and I couldn't even get past the first part, you know, like the
Wow.
maker of the game. But really cool. He got like a very unique trophy. So I know someone on Instagram will eventually buy that trophy off of eBay.
That's true.
I know the person exactly who's going to buy that,
Yep.
probably. Archon.
Yeah.
Yep, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's.
He
Yeah.
buys everything weird.
Yeah, but I love it. I
love
love
it, too.
seeing it,
Yeah.
and I love.
The history.
Yes, that's the thing is some people will just buy things to buy things and be like, ooh, this is retro gaming, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I own it. He's like, I bought this. This is the year it was made. This is the year it was sold. This is who owned it. And that's the guy who owned it before. And this is where it came from. And here was the materials used to make it. It's like a history
He
lesson.
bought the telephone that the Nintendo call center people would use in the call center back then just to make his own Nintendo call center for like the retro.
Yeah, he's basically like a museum, and he takes the stuff and he sets it up at expos and things like that, and it's cool.
Doing,
And like I said, it's like a history lesson. I love history, and I love learning about things and knowing where things came from. So when people just post a picture of like, this is my World of Nintendo sign, okay, great. But then he's like, here's my World of Nintendo sign that was hanging in this exact
store.
Toys R Us, and so-and-so hung it, and it was
really
like,
cool.
He has it all down, and I love how much he puts into that, and that just shows like he's not just buying it to be like, look at my stuff, or I like Nintendo, or whatever. He's like, I have an investment in knowing and sharing the information with the world about how this stuff came to be and where it came from and who had it. And like all these weird little things that we would have never known about, like, all these employee gifts and stuff. So it's crazy.
I appreciate someone doing that.
Yeah, me too.
And not hoarding it to themselves. Like really like educating everyone with it. And like he bought a Nintendo game that never came out, like the ECU before the WWF or whatever, and he dumped the ROM so that other people could play it that wanted to play it, which is awesome.
Yeah, that reminds me. Last time we podcasted, and we went out afterwards to get some food, and we went to this brew house.
Yeah.
And Tetris, the Tetris like world champions or something, who knows what was on.
This bar?
It was on ESPN2 on the TV in this bar where they're also watching college football and stuff.
Yeah,
and we're sitting there.
It's actually pretty popular, and I think there was like some upset, like one of the youngest players beat some like old champion.
I think I remember that young guy. He was like really good, but we
were
like all of us were just sitting there staring at it. Everybody else in the bar is like watching the college football game, and we're like, what?
Yeah.
Like at the Tetris game.
And it's, it's Tengen Tetris, like the original Nintendo version that's 2-player, which is like the rare version of Tetris. It's just so cool. It
was awesome to watch.
It's cool to see that at such just a regular Joe Schmo bar down the street.
Yeah, and it was so weird too, because like, I mean, like not only are you watching it in a bar, like whatever, but like just the fact that it happened to be on and that we were there, and it was just like, I was like, I want to watch more competitive Tetris now. Like, and I want to watch more competitive video gaming that's not like Overwatch League, which I watch. Like, that's the only thing I watch.
You should watch a Super Mario Maker 2
I might do that now.
It is so cool because it's, it's other people playing these crazy levels that nobody has seen until this competition. Cool. It was so much fun. And what I was going to say about Super Mario Maker 2 is that now you can upload 100 courses. One person can upload up to 100 courses, and they just reached over 100,000 courses uploaded online.
Yeah, good job, everybody. Yeah. Pat yourself on the back if you uploaded a course.
0.
Oh, never mind. Take that pat back.
I wasn't patting myself to begin with.
Your hands are full.
The new Pokemon Direct came out. I watched it. They have 2 new DLCs coming out.
And they're free, right? Like a free extension? No, I saw something about free extensions.
No. So what's free is there'll be a free update for anyone.
Right.
That you can essentially trade with people that bought the expansions that has the new Pokemon, and you can get the new Pokemon for free if you have someone willing to trade you.
Oh, see, that's what happens when you don't watch the Direct and just look at things.
I mean, it's cool that they opened that up for everyone in the sense, whereas like Call of Duty, if there's a new map pack and you don't buy the new map pack, you don't go into those levels, which makes sense.
Well, they've all been free so far.
Oh, that's really cool.
But there will be.
Yeah.
We know there will be.
Yeah.
And we're all ready for it. Everyone who plays Call of Duty is gonna buy it.
Tony's on the edge of his seat. Ready
to spend that money.
Those COD dollars.
So we just cracked open our third beer, which is called Dimensional Being, and it's from Liquid Hero Brewery. It's a tangerine apricot IPA, and they say on the can, in a quest to maximize the tropical citrus flavors associated with IPAs, we fermented this beer with tangerine and apricot puree, adding another dimension. Brewed can... Oh, yeah. They're from York, PA.
Yep. I was just saying to you how I did not live far from this brewery when I used to live there. and I went there a bunch of times. They have very good beers, so I'm excited to try this one because I've not had this. They have one, I'm blanking on the name right now, but it's like one of their flagships, and it's basically like a strawberry kind of beer.
Okay.
And it's very good. I like that one a lot, and you can actually get it at the baseball stadium right across the street.
Oh, cool.
Like for the minor league team that they have. And so I would go watch baseball games because I love baseball, sit there and drink this beer.
Oh, yeah.
It was a good time.
I love this beer. This is my favorite one tonight.
Ooh, I like this a lot. And I thought I would. Like, just hearing the description, I thought I'd like it, and I do. I love apricot beers.
I love tangerine.
Like number 9 from Magic Hat.
That's an apricot?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
Apricot
that.
wheat. And there was one, I can't remember who released it. Maybe, I don't remember. But it was like apricot you stealing or something like that I had. I want to say it was like Dew Claws or something like that made it.
Okay.
And it's I love that beer. I had it this year. It was very good.
Yeah, I really,
It's like a spring beer.
really like this beer. It's very citrusy. It tastes like an IPA, but it's very upfront, fruity, and juicy. Like biting into some juicy fruit.
Yeah, and it's a fruity on the nose too.
Yeah.
It's very good. I like it a lot.
Very, very good. What do you think, Tone?
Yeah, it's good.
All right. Well, let's get into our awards, the Precisely Awards, which we titled a previous podcast the Precisely Awards. So this is the actual Precisely Awards.
We have trophies to hand out.
Let's just get to our favorite game that was a 2019 game. Tony, you go first.
I know you guys are gonna think I'm like a broken record, but I think Call
What?
of Duty is
What?
gonna be.
I had no idea.
I thought you were going to bring something else out.
I think that's gonna be my game of 2019. I think.
Okay.
I don't know. I just feel like I played that the most, and that's the one I was most invested in.
Yeah.
Even though it came out towards the end of the year.
I mean, it got you back into gaming for sure, which I'm happy about.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
It's also like
It's an
wintertime
addiction.
and he can't go out and bike
Yeah.
all the time.
I mean, as like,
Yeah, it just so happened like the stars aligned. Call of Duty comes out, it gets cold.
What? It's almost like they planned it.
It's a perfect storm.
yeah, for Tone. And you said, when it first came out that the first person single player was amazing too, right?
Yeah,
That campaign is really good.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I can agree with that for you. It's not mine.
And I like playing games with friends. I mean, that's
Yeah.
I agree.
The
That's a
most fun.
huge thing.
And
I
I've-
love hopping on games with
I've
people.
honestly been thinking about picking it up just because I want to play video games with you at night.
Aww.
yeah, that's sweet.
It is sweet.
But it's like cool. I have other friends across the country, and it's like I don't get
Fuck them.
Some of them I
I'm
haven't
your
seen for
friend.
a long time. Some of them I don't get to see very
yeah.
often.
No, I would
so,
like to, talk to Jake too and play with him.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hop on when I hop on Xbox, regardless of what we're playing, I'm always in party chat with like 4 people that I know. That like one guy lives in like a couple towns away, another guy lives another couple towns away, and then one guy lives in Florida. It's like, I know every night after I eat dinner, those 4 people are going to be on playing some game
Yeah,
on
that's
Xbox, and if we're playing together, awesome. If we're not, we're all still chatting. Like we just
So
it's
you're,
just like
in a party chat.
yeah,
or
it's just like
whatnot.
hanging out with your friends in a room and playing a video game, except you're all not in the same room.
yeah.
Yeah. No, it's cool.
I love chatting like online, just playing like with them. It's
I want that.
good.
I just don't know if I want Call of Duty.
There's
Don't get it then.
There's plenty of
No.
other
Or
options
get
though
it.
out there.
Do they have like a certain game, like they had Uplink back in the day, which was like a basketball game in Call of Duty where you had a ball and you had to like throw
No,
it.
they don't have that.
That was my
But they
jam.
do new game modes. It seems like every other week, they're changing stuff. So
Okay.
I'm sure
like
they'll
sometimes
come out
they'll
with
bring
more.
stuff in for a week, it'll be gone, or
I think if I could find it for like $20, I'll buy it. 'Cause then
I'm
it'd
sure
be
it'll
worth it.
drop in the next month.
I know it's
Yeah,
already at
definitely.
like 40,
I'm sure at the end of February it'll be down to that 20 price point.
and then Tony's going to be on the new Call of Duty.
Call of
way.
Duty
It's
2020.
probably not going to be a new one for a while. I think they're going to do
Next year,
Black Ops
this year.
again next.
Hopefully not.
I hope they go back and like remaster the original Black Ops. That would be clutch. I love that game.
Yeah.
They're going to remaster all of them.
The best. I will buy that one day one and
Actually-
insert myself into that game all over again.
They're due to do some Modern Warfare 2 stuff.
Yeah.
Everyone's been
I mean,
asking
that
Three.
was
for it.
my game for sure back in the day.
I heard they're going to put Terminal in,
Oh,
but that might be a rumor.
that'd be cool.
Yeah, I would like that. Oh, I remember that one with the airplanes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. All right,
Anyway,
Kelly.
what are your
Yeah, Kelly, what's
top
your
games? in
Beau, I think you and I
2019?
have the same one. Looking at
Yeah.
your notes that you shared with me.
Yeah.
My top game of 2019 is Luigi's Mansion 3.
Yeah. It's
Hands
mine
down.
Too. And maybe like I
But
don't
you
know.
didn't really play it until 2020, Beau.
No, I beat it in 2020.
Yeah, but you didn't have that many days to play it in 2019.
It doesn't matter. It's
It-
still
it
so
took-
good.
It took me like a week to play it through it. That's the thing.
Okay.
It was like 5 days in 2019. Right? Yeah. Like 6 days.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'll count it. It came out in
You gave it
2019.
to me
I'm just
Christmas
messing
Eve.
around,
Yeah,
bro.
well, either way, I played it more in 2019 than I did 2020.
Well, let's go back and look at the records.
Yeah, I'm going
okay.
to turn on your Switch and see your logged playtime. Hold on.
Either way, I mean, we've talked about it so much, but really, I feel like this is a game for everyone. And I feel like, you know, the game, your top game for any year should be the game that you enjoyed the most. You
Yeah.
know, that really you wanted to go back to and play.
Yeah,
No
if I
matter
could
what.
if I could start that game over with like a blank slate in my
Yeah,
mind, like
well,
I know
yeah.
nothing about it, I would love that.
Believe me, I wish that all the time when I play Earthbound, but now I can literally get to the third town within 5 hours.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
like how it is with so many of these games that I had growing up that I had like a lot of nostalgic feelings for. I have them like memorized and I just want that like me playing it for the first time all over again feeling. But you kind of get there when you play it again, which makes you feel good. So this is one of those games I think that will be a game that will be on repeat for me for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And just like the original Luigi's Mansion for me, but like it, you know, again, not to sound like a broken record, but it's just a really great game, and I won't go into it anymore because we've already, you know, beat
I
that
do gotta
dead horse.
talk about the DJ level
Mm.
or stage or room or whatever
Yeah.
floor it was. There really wasn't much to it besides this dance floor,
Yeah,
and it was just a bunch of ghosts.
with little
And,
hoods
like,
up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bebop,
gangster.
You know, like Adidas like sweatpants and hoodies, and they were just dancing, and you had to pick out the one that was dancing a little off compared to the others to spot the light on him to make him shocked, and then you suck him up. And that was so cool. Like the whole dancing and the music in that floor was amazing. And then the actual boss, which was this like female ghost with
She's
this
like
big
a
afro,
straight out of Austin Powers.
Yeah, yeah.
Foxy Cleopatra.
Yep, that's. I was
Yes,
like
yes,
Foxy.
yes,
I
that's what
can't
it
remember
was.
the last name, but thank you.
Yeah. So good. It's just such a feel good game. Like I didn't want to beat it. You know.
Yeah,
And
I had the
usually-
same way.
Usually when I get to a point in a game, I'm just like, all right, I'm so close to finishing it. Let me finish it. And then my wife jumped on with me, and she was like, let's go to every floor, starting from floor 1, and find all the gems and
Yep.
booze that you didn't get. And I'm like, you know what? I'm fine with that because this
Yeah.
is fun.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
Yeah.
I would not finish that game before I had gotten everything I could get
Yeah.
because I didn't want it to end.
So yeah, 2019 best game for
The
Kelly
year of
and I.
Luigi.
Yeah, that's back, baby. But it's already gone because it's 2020 now.
Aw. He was so short lived.
Yeah.
What was it like 2
It
or 3
came out-
years ago? It was like the year of Luigi. They said like
Yeah.
Nintendo. No, that wasn't it. This was 2019 was.
2019 starting October 31st.
Yes,
And it only
the 2
lasted-
months of Luigi.
Yeah, 2 months of Luigi.
That's all he gets.
Yep.
Poor Green Mario.
Oh boy. But yeah, I mean, just everything was just so good about it.
Yeah. So cool. Glad we're in agreement on that one.
How about the best game we played in 2019, but it doesn't have to be a game that came out in 2019. Tony, you're going to say Call of Duty again? Or
No, I was gonna say that game we played for Dreamcast, because you got that console that kiosk this year, right?
Yeah.
With the light guns.
yeah, House of the Dead.
House of the Dead. That's
Ah.
probably
Fuck yeah.
and even though that's an old game, that's
It's
probably
a good game. Yeah.
probably the best one I played this year. And I think I played it before in like arcades, but
Yep.
it's kind of different playing it at your buddy's house.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
absolutely love light gun games, and especially on kiosks. Like I said on the last podcast, I got the point blanks. All those came in 1, 2, and 3, and the 2 guns. So this weekend, I'm actually going to take apart the PS1 kiosk so I can plug in those light guns properly, and can't wait to play those games.
Nice.
Yeah, House of the Dead 2, amazing game for the Dreamcast. Bust out that CRT, people. So with me on this one, it was a mashup because I beat 19 games in 2019.
Huh.
Sort of works.
That's cool.
Yeah. But the 3 that, I was torn between was Nier Automata, which I believe came out in 2017. Such a good game. I only played it through once, but there's like 26 endings to this game, different endings, and I guess you have to play through it 5 times before you actually realize what's going on with the game. So I got through 1.5 playthroughs, but that's a game I could go back to, and revisit and play it with a different character and see a different ending. Ni no Kuni 2, which came out in 2018, blew me away. Like, such a great game, and that, like, if that game would have came out in 2019, I would have said that was my favorite game in 2019 for sure, because that's a game that I only wanted to play that game, and it was such a more elaborate and bigger game than Luigi's Mansion 3. There's so much more to it, and the story was great. The battle system, everything, just by far an amazing game. But it came out in 2018. But really, like, what stole it for me this year, that I could have said this for 2019 game, but technically it came out earlier on the Xbox. Ori and the Blind Forest is my favorite game that I played in 2019 that wasn't a 2019 game. Played it on the Switch, and it's just by far such a spot-on game when it came to the controls and the story and the cute graphics and just everything. It was so good, and it made like my heart race in a good way, not in a Call of Duty way, like oh fuck, I'm gonna die, let me try this over and over and over again until I actually beat it.
You cheated because it was just supposed to be one game.
Well,
not
no,
3.
It was like
No,
a roundup of
nope,
3.
Nope, I don't want to hear it.
But
Then at the end, you said Ori and the Blind Forest.
So why wouldn't you just say Ori at the Blind Forest?
Because I had to talk about the other 2 that
It's
I really
alright.
liked.
Cheater.
Let it go.
Nope. I only picked one for each category.
Okay.
Way to be responsible, Kelly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cheers to you.
Feel like I'm the only one responsible here. Just
Probably
kidding.
Are. Actually, Tony is.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Tony, for taking care of us. So my my best game that I played in 2019, it's kind of just like I'm glad I did it this year kind of thing, is that I started replaying the Ratchet and Clank series like from the beginning and working through each game individually.
Oh yeah.
It's just something that I wanted to do, and I would play the first game and then I'd stop. And it wasn't like, I was bored with the game. It was just like other things would come up and I would just like not get back into it. But to actually sit and be like, hey, we're doing this, and just play through these games that I love again, but just in order, like start to finish, like going through each one chronologically. That's what I'm like. I'm happy that I started that in 2019. So technically I'm on 2 of the games, but like that I started that in 2019 and have stuck with it, in the fall I started it. So sticking through with it now and carrying it into 2020. So that's, I think.
So where are you at on that?
I'm on Going Commando right now. I can't remember where I'm at in
How
it.
many games is that?
That's the second game. But the thing was, I was like trying to get all the gold bolts and stuff, so I was trying to get like a good, like almost 100% completion, or mostly for all of the games. But so that's
angry at me for 3 games, but now you're talking about 2 games, and you're
no. I'm just
talking
saying.
about like 6
I
games
said
or something.
I'm glad I started the series again. So you could say that my favorite game that I played in 2019, which I had beat again, was Ratchet and Clank, the original one, because I didn't finish Going Commando yet.
And I've actually never played any of them. And I own a sealed copy on PSP that I'm thinking about opening, and I own a sealed copy on the PS4.
Dude, play.
It's
play
a remaster one on the PS4. I got
Yeah,
it for
but it's
super
not the
cheap.
same.
It's not,
You
okay.
gotta start with the first one on PS2. It
And-
just is so good.
And PS2, I probably own more PS2 games than any other system
And you don't have that.
hooked up besides my kiosk.
Mm.
I don't want to play it on the kiosk.
I need to have you play that.
Okay.
It's so good. It's just such a good game.
I need to hook up just like a regular CRT in here somewhere.
Yeah, you could do that.
Is everything good?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
All right, let's move on.
Best beer we had this year, or in 2019.
2019.
We reviewed a lot of beer. Half of our podcast is about beer, even though it's only just the beginning, usually.
Yeah, we sprinkle it.
We sprinkle some beer. I mean, this one we had 3.
Yeah. The people demanded.
Yeah.
We listened.
We're getting
And I demanded.
drunkety drunk in here.
No. This is episode 37, Beau.
No, it's not. I am still functioning.
It's not brain dead, Beau.
Cheers to everyone that listened to the episode fully.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I hated myself. Either way. Tony, what was your favorite beer? Do you remember?
Well, I see now what you have written down, and I totally forgot about it, which was a fantastic beer, and I kind of want to take that one.
Go for it.
But also this year, I found Wild Basin Hard Seltzer.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
there's no laws when
We
you're
didn't-
drinking
I mean,
Wild Basin.
Yeah, we didn't review it, but
We
yeah.
never reviewed it, but it is good, and I just tried it this year, so trying new things, so
Yeah,
It was
so
cool.
Tony and I have been drinking a lot of seltzer.
not a lot.
They're basic.
Yeah, a lot of seltzer alcohol.
I had a couple of them.
They're not
I
bad.
Okay.
think it's good.
They're
Yeah,
not bad.
I like them.
I like seltzer water to begin with, so just
too.
adding the alcoholic element
And
is
what's
appealing to me.
Funny with me is I hate seltzer water.
Oh, dude.
I don't do like gin and tonics or
All I
anything.
drink.
But I love alcohol.
No.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's something about this where I'm just like, yeah, it tastes artificial, sweetener, but it's still really good.
Yeah, I get that.
So for me, it would be Super Mash Brothers from Stable 12 Brewing
Oh,
Company.
I remember when we got that.
So yeah, it was right after Too Many Games.
That was fun.
We went to this brewery. I forget like the town of it.
Phoenixville.
Phoenixville.
Right outside of
Pennsylvania.
Philly, literally.
Yeah.
Right outside of Philly.
Literally. And yeah, they had this beer that, was called Super Mash Brothers, and it was a good, dank, hazy IPA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I had to go back and scroll through my Untapped profile because I do that to keep track of all the beers that I drink. Because I don't know if anybody who's listening.
I had an Untapped, and then I felt like an alcoholic.
Oh, I
Like,
don't. I just
bring them all in.
I don't untap every beer I drink. I untapped every new beer that I've tried. So I have like a comprehensive list of every beer I've ever tried basically since I turned 21 because the app came out
That's crazy.
close to like when I was 21, maybe like 22. Regardless, I went through my Untapped profile for the last year. And I had a goes when we moved into my new house. I bought a 6-pack over at Westie's. And it was like the first 6-pack of beer that I bought for myself in the new house. And I cracked it open, and it was so good because I love sours. It was just so crisp, and it was so good. It's the Salt in the Sea by Flying Fish.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've had that, but I really liked it. It was summer. It was August. Like,
Perfect.
it was so good. Like, it was so sour. It was very good. So I highly recommend that if you come by that this summer. That was my favorite beer.
Is everywhere. Like
Right.
you can get that at any beer distributor, I'm pretty sure, across the nation.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can get
Yeah.
that. But yeah, it was really good. That's my favorite.
So, a game we thought would be good, but lost interest in. Tony?
Call of Duty. No, I'm just kidding.
No, not Call of Duty. Maybe, I don't know. Come back to me.
Okay. So for me, it was Assassin's Creed Odyssey. A lot of people were like, this is the best Assassin's Creed, blah, blah, blah. And I was a big Assassin's Creed fan back in the day, and then I really despised it. Like, after Black Flag or, like, during Black Flag, I was just like, this is the same goddamn game. You know, all of them are the same, and it's literally just a story. You know, it's just a game where you go through the motions. It's not that difficult. And there you are at the end of it, you know, but it's 40 hours wasted of your life. And I started playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I really enjoyed it for a while, but the more towns you visit, the more it just repeats itself over and over again, like every other Assassin's Creed game. And I was just like, I really don't want to go back to it, even though I really like it. Like, I love the little sub-stories. Like, I remember having sex with this woman, or I was a woman and I was having sex with a woman like over and over and over again. Like 5 nights passed, like the moon and sun came back up, and I was like, this is hilarious, you know. And the husband's like, thank you for taking care of my wife, you know. Yeah, I was just like, this is a great sub story. Like,
Okay, so somebody who's never played Assassin's Creed Odyssey. What?
So you're in like Greek times, you
Right,
know,
yeah.
where like you can just be promiscuous. No,
Promiscuous.
Prometheus.
Prometheus.
Yeah, you can be Prometheus.
Promiscuous Prometheus.
Yes.
Go on.
And yeah, so this one guy came up to me being like, my wife just wants to have sex with me all the time. I'm getting too old. I can't do it, you know. And me as like a young woman, I'm like, I can help her. You know, that was like, either
So-
I can accept it or I can't, but it was...
Do you choose to be a young woman or a young man at the beginning, or are you
Yeah,
just
you choose
a?
either male or
Okay.
female.
Okay.
And I was like,
That's cool that
I
they include
usually
that.
would rather choose a woman just because I'd rather look at a
Look
woman.
at you, feminist.
Not at all. If anything, yeah, no, I just would rather be a woman. I'm always a guy. So, you know, in real life, I'm always a guy. I want to be a woman sometimes,
That's
all right?
fair. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, so yeah, this quest was just like,
A little side quest. Interesting.
will you sleep with my wife, who was an older lady, and it didn't show any of it. It was just me going.
So it wasn't like God of War.
No, it was me going into her little hut or house, and then the moon went up and down like 5 times.
And so did the house.
And then I came out, and her husband was like outside the whole time on a chair, like moving back and forth, being like, "Jeez, this is taking a long time."
No, he was into it. He just wanted to sit
Yeah.
there and listen.
But
oh
then,
God.
yeah, then I got paid.
Oh,
Yeah,
he got paid for
he
it.
paid
Oh,
me,
interesting. I tried the original Assassin's Creed for like a hot minute, and I could not get into it, and I haven't really done any Assassin's Creed since. I heard Black Flag was like the one I should try.
You might as well go with Odyssey if you want to try one. Like, it's good. It's just such a big game.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's just one of those series that I never got into. So.
And like, shout out to my buddy Chronicles of a Gamer, Bobby. He's actually starting a podcast sometime this year too, which I forget the name of that, but either way, he platinumed Assassin's Creed Odyssey. He's like, it was my favorite game, you know, and I was just like, ugh. Like, good for you, but they were just like constantly like pushing out quests every day. There was like daily quests, there's weekly quests, and it's just like, that's
It's a lot to
too
keep
much.
up with.
Yeah, too much.
All right. Well, the game that I thought was good, but then lost interest in, I would have to say Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
I went strong into that one. I liked it a lot in the beginning.
You finished it, right?
I finished it, yeah. I went through all of the like Disney towns. I really enjoyed it, except the Pirates of the Caribbean level. I didn't like that one as much. But I liked it a lot. It was very Kingdom Heartsy, you know, like just that like Disney, you know, fun RPG feel. And then you kind of got to the end, which I thought was the end, and then it turned out to just be like another 3 hours of game, which most of it was cutscene and like, and you're just like doing like these stupid, like not stupid, but like you're just doing these fights. Yeah.
Wait, no, that's Beatles.
You're just doing these fights, and like it doesn't. It doesn't.
Frozen is what? Let It Be, right?
What'd you say?
How's the Frozen song go?
Let it go.
Oh, Let It Go. All right. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I heard they do the whole Frozen song.
They
in the
do.
game,
Yes,
though. Yeah.
they. Yes, they
is too
basically
much.
paid what's her name, Kristen Bell,
Elsa.
a shit ton of money just to sing that song in that game. Yeah, that's half of the the budget right there.
Jeez.
No, but like the Frozen level wasn't that bad. I actually enjoyed it. But like then the end, you're like, okay, here's Organization 13. You basically know you have to take them down, but you have to do like 6 fights to get up to that fight where you take them down. Like, you know, it was just so much extra that I was like, okay, when's this game going to be done at this point? And I was just like,
Yeah.
I'm so close. I know I'm close to finishing and I want to finish it at this point, but I was like losing interest in it because it was so repetitive with just these fights in the same like realm kind of thing, and like boring scenery and stuff, and like boring like landscape. Like that, you know, if you're fighting in a Disney World, there's like, you know, buildings to jump off of and stuff, and this was just like desert,
Yeah.
you
I
know.
heard it was very plain, the settings.
Yeah, that last bit after you do all your Disney towns is just, it was hard to get through. So I think that would be mine.
Cool. Tony, you got one?
Yeah, I think Let's Go Pikachu.
Yeah.
I was
guess
gonna-
the
I
last
was
Yeah.
going to suggest that for you. Yeah.
super disappointed in him.
Yeah. Just not hitting
Not what I
anything.
expected.
Yeah.
Not what I wanted.
Yeah, it was just a remake essentially, so I can see where you could like
But it
lose.
wasn't a good remake.
Yeah, I
The
could see
Game
where you
Boy
lose
version's way
interest
better.
if you've played the originals and then
Yeah.
you come to that and you're like, But if that's the first Pokemon game you've ever played, I can see where that'd be exciting. So,
Yeah. I guess, maybe.
well, if you're like a kid and that's your like first Pokemon game and
I
you
have
got
a
a Switch,
I have a feeling they're going to do more Let's Go games.
they might.
Yeah. It's going to be dumb.
But maybe then they start remaking Gold and Silver again, like Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Yeah.
You know, Let's Go, Lugia.
Yeah.
I don't know. Regardless.
Game we thought we wouldn't like, but actually did. I put Bayonetta 2, which, you know, isn't a 2019 game. I'm not really...
But that's when you played in 2019.
Yeah, and played it through pretty fast, and I beat it on the Wii U kiosk completely. I was just like, this game is amazing, but it's, you know, it's like a Devil May Cry game. Just a very action-packed fighting game with sort of a story, sort of not. You know, you're a witch defeating demons.
With 2 guns.
Angels, something. You're fighting something spiritual, and you got a lot of hair that's like your super attack. But yeah, I absolutely loved it. I was just like, this is fucking awesome. It made you feel like a god playing it. Like, it felt like God of
Goddess.
War, you know?
Because you're a woman,
Yes.
like you like to be in video games. That's why
Yes.
you liked it so much.
Maybe it is.
Because you got to whip your hair back and forth.
I like it. How about you?
I would say Call of Duty Modern Warfare, only in the
The
sense,
new one.
yeah, only in the sense that I was like, oh, it's another Call of Duty game.
Yeah.
Like, and then I was pleasantly surprised at like the campaign and like how well it looked. Like, honestly, some of these people, when I'm in the game, like when I was in campaign, it's like I thought it was like real time people.
Oh,
Like
wow.
some of this animation is so good. Like I keep forgetting that I'm in a video game on some of these cutscenes. But it was like, it wasn't like I wasn't going to like it. I just thought it was like, okay, here's another Call of Duty game. I'm going to shoot people and it's just going to be, I'll lose interest in
Yeah.
a little bit. But this one is like really well done. And I enjoyed the story and the maps and, you know, all of it together. It surprised me in a good way.
Cool. Tony, you got one?
He's going to piggyback off mine.
No, what's that Helping Hands game we played for the Switch?
Heave ho.
Heave Ho. That would probably be it. I don't know. I didn't expect much from it, but it turned out to be a really good game.
Yeah, super fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Super fun party game. Best retro game we played this year. I put Dynamite Cop down.
I was going to say, this is the year of Dynamite Cop. This is the year we discovered it. This is the year.
This is the year
This
that everyone
is
needs
the
to play
year.
Dynamite Cop.
2019 was the year of Dynamite Cop
Who
and
told
2
us
months
about it,
of
Ryan?
Luigi. Ryan. We played it
Yeah.
at Ryan's
Thank
house
you, Ryan.
first.
Even though you
And
don't listen to
I
this.
immediately went home and eBayed it and bought it
Yeah. It's such a good game.
because I loved it so much. So the fact that I found out about that game this year and then have played it and beat it probably about 5 to 6 times
Yeah,
since
it's very
like
short.
the spring is insane.
If you have a Dreamcast, go buy Dynamite Cop.
Seriously, it's worth the like $40 that it's going for on
Metacritic
eBay.
is like less than a 5, but to us it's like 105.
Oh my god.
Did
It's
we
so
play
good.
that?
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
fighting one.
Yeah. The beat 'em up with the baguettes. And
Yeah, and I played
I
that
might
with your
actually
friend
agree with you on
here
that.
for Halloween too. That like when I came over for Halloween, I played that with your one friend and he really
yeah,
liked it too.
Zerb.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys beat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was into it. You passed out on the couch,
I
but
know,
we
I
beat
know.
it.
Thanks.
Yep.
Tony, how about you?
I might have to agree with Dynamite Cop, or I don't know, one or the other. I feel like I've played a lot of different retro games on your consoles.
I was going to say for you, and like for me too, Link to the Past when we did that.
Yeah,
Mm.
don't
I
know
was
if that
thinking
my
about that,
favorite.
yeah.
Dynamite Cop definitely gets me
Yeah,
more
yeah.
fired up.
Yeah.
But A
Fired
Link
up.
to the Past was really good.
Link to the Past is such a good classic game, and like I sort of cheated playing it on a 3DS so I could use save states that really helped me progress the story faster.
Yeah, it's mad frustrating without
Mad frustrating on original hardware.
Yeah.
Hella
I was
frustrating.
hella. I was thinking
Yeah.
about that too because I started playing it on my Switch online for
Yeah,
the
and you
Super
can
Nintendo.
literally rewind things.
Right, yeah.
Which is nice.
It's a
So I
whole
was
different
thinking
game
about
when you have
that, yeah,
Yeah.
for my best retro. But then I remembered this was the year we found Dynamite Cop, and that was
Hell
absolutely
yeah, Dynamite Cop.
dynamite. Ah,
Maybe that should be the title of this
Dynamite.
episode.
No.
Dynamite.
Dynamite.
I like that. Just spell it out.
I think that's from Undercover Brother or something.
Something like that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Best indie game we played this year.
Well, I could say River City Girls, but I was also thinking I played a little bit of it, but Untitled Goose Game, just because of how much it's taken the world by storm as well. Like, it is a good game, but then, like, also it kind of changed the indie game this year. Like, it put it in the spotlight a lot. Like,
Yeah.
the internet was raving about it.
I want to play it. I feel like I'm just going to be like, oh yeah, it's just an indie game. I just feel like people like it. I don't know because I haven't touched it, but I feel like
I mean,
people
you're
like
a
it.
goose. Like,
Yeah, I feel like people like it because it's
out of the
a
box.
quirky animal.
well, I also liked Goat Simulator, so if that says anything.
Which, by the way, I wanted to bring this up. Goat Simulator is free.
I saw on
This
PS
month.
Plus. Get
yes, so
Get it.
everyone make sure you download
Please,
it.
get
I'm
it.
pretty sure I forgot to download the past games on PS Plus for last
it. Get
month.
Goat Simulator, play it, and then
Yeah.
report back
And
if you have
Uncharted
not.
games, which Tony, you might.
Yes,
love
the Uncharted collection
games.
is on the PS Plus
Yeah.
this month. But definitely get Goat Simulator.
Just either way,
And then I want to talk about
put
it
them in your library so you have them.
for real.
Yeah.
But that's mine, I think, for this year.
So, I played a bunch of indie games this year. Hollow Knight, which I played strongly and then just stopped. I was just like, yeah. I think I got to a point in it that just really frustrated me. And I was just like, I need to play something else. And I haven't looked back. I haven't gone back. And I want to.
It's a frustrating game, is what I've heard.
It's a really good game, though, too.
Yeah. My friend Cody beat it, and he was saying how great it was, but
Yeah.
it's definitely
I'm sure
a
it's
difficult
a
beat.
very feel-good game when you beat it. And, like, Ori and the Blind Forest was like that, too, where a lot of my friends were like, how did you beat that game? And how did you beat it so fast? And it was like, that's all I did. Like, I loved it. And, like, I think I loved it so much because my wife loved it, and she was playing it with me. We were taking turns. Like, whereas Hollow Knight, I sort of just snuck under the rug with her, and she would watch me play a little bit, but she never wanted to play it, even though it's very similar.
Yeah.
Then I started the Taurus, which is a fun game. I don't think it's the best indie game I played this year. So I'm going to go with Owlboy because I finished that game this year, and the story's really good. You know, it's sad, but it's well done. It was made by one developer. One person did everything on it. It was originally for the Wii, but it came out for the Switch. Like, it's a phenomenal game. it all comes back to the controls with me is the first thing. The controls feel good on it. Graphics look great too, and yeah, the story's amazing. Like whereas like a lot of retro games, the protagonist never talks, just for whatever reason. And in Owlboy, the protagonist doesn't talk because he's a mute. And I'm like, that's cool. Like that's different, to like say that he's a mute, and they play with that in the storyline too. So
It's cool.
yeah, Owlboy for me. Best beer drinking game.
I mean, I don't feel like this changes any year for me because when I think of beer drinking games and when my friends and I get together, like my group from college, we're like a 12 deep, group of friends plus, spouses now. But like when we get together, we always, and in college, we always, at least weekly, if not daily, played Mario Party 7 or Mario Kart. And we would drink, various alcoholic beverages while playing. So for me, any year, the best drinking games are Mario Kart and Mario Party 7 just because, or any Mario Party even, because it's just so easy to either make it a drinking game if that's your goal, or just sip while you've got, your friends around and you're taking turns and you got to kill some time. So have some beer or whatever. Those are like my top beer drinking games.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Definitely agree.
And I didn't even, for some reason, like I wrote this question myself, but I didn't even look at it as like a party thing.
Well, I mean,
because I agree with you guys.
I mean, but I drink beer when I play games.
Yes.
Anyway, so if I'm by myself, I'm always drinking beer. It doesn't matter what game I'm playing.
And same. And that's why we all work so well with each other.
Hey.
But I was looking at it more as, like, to me, a first-person game. And, like, Luigi's Mansion 3 is just amazing while you're drinking because it doesn't take that much thought. You're just like, cool, I'm sucking up a bunch of shit. I'm collecting money. So that, and then Katamari reroll.
Absolutely.
Because all you're doing is rolling up shit. It's just
and it's funnier when you drink more because you're like, look at me. I'm rolling up a fish and a paperclip at the same time, and I'm going to make it into a star.
Yes. Yeah.
No, I agree 100%.
Katamari is amazing for any type of alcohol or drug or whatever. Don't do drugs, but play Katamari.
Stay in school.
Yes. A game that surprised you that came out this year. To me, this was Death Stranding.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Just such a weird offshoot game that I do want to finish, and I keep thinking about playing every day. Literally every day. And I just haven't gone back to it. There's something that I'm just like, I'm not ready. Not ready to walk. But I really want to play it.
I'm not ready to be stranded in death.
Yeah.
I think mine is River City Girls. I know we were talking about it briefly earlier, but it just kind of was like, it's another side-scroller, beat-em-up kind of situation, but it feels, it just feels better to me than any other one that I've played. It doesn't feel the same. It's kind of keeping my interest more than any other one.
Yeah.
So I think that's where, like, I wanted it because I thought it would be cool, and like maybe I'd lose interest in it in a couple weeks, but it feels like it's one of those that I want to actually finish. Like,
cool.
So I know I haven't played that much, but I think that's one that definitely caught me off guard there.
Good. I don't know if I've had any games that really caught me off guard this year, although I don't play as many as you guys.
Just Call of Duty.
It didn't really catch me off guard, though.
You are ready for the love that you feel.
All good. So, last thing, which I thought about like last night, what's a game that came out in 2019 that you wish you would have played because you've heard such good things from other people about it, but you just haven't even touched it or bought it or whatever?
So this is an easy one for me because it was just mostly time that I didn't get to it yet, because it's literally still sealed in the packaging, is Jedi Fallen Order.
Okay. Yeah, you'll love it.
And I know I'm going to love it. It's just the time. I don't have the time right now to start it because I have so many other games that are going.
Yeah, I sort of wish I wouldn't have started it, but this podcast makes me start a lot of things, I feel like, and not finish them because I want to talk about a bunch of new stuff instead of the same games over and over again.
Yeah, that's fair. You want to switch it up.
Yeah.
I agree.
And
I start a lot of stuff.
Like I still will talk about the same game for 3 episodes in a row.
Luigi's Mansion.
Yes. But yeah, no, Jedi is an amazing game.
Yeah, that was the easiest question I feel like for me because I knew that right away.
Tony, how about you?
Yeah, I would say Death Stranding won just because I feel like there's
Yes.
so much
I feel
hype
like
around it, and then also Jedi Fallen Order.
I
really
feel
enjoy
like
that.
you would like both of the games, but it's a matter of can you pry yourself away from Call of Duty
Yeah.
to try those, because they're both completely different games. I feel like for you would like Jedi more because it's more action-packed, whereas Death Stranding might be a great escape from Call of Duty because a lot of it's just cinematics that you're watching. It's a good sleeper game until you actually have to play it, and then you're like, fuck. There's a bunch of these fucking spirits that I have to cross.
Yeah.
For me, it's both of the Outer games, Outer Wilds and Outer Worlds. I heard such great things. So many people got confused by both of them.
Outer Worlds is also one that I have still in sealed in plastic,
Sealed,
ready to go
yeah.
because I got it for a
And
deal and I wanted to play it.
Great things about that, and Outer Wilds too. I was just listening to a podcast about it today, and I was just like, damn, like I do really need to play this. So yeah,
Nice.
2 games I want to play.
I mean, it was supposed to be 1, but whatever.
And well, let's just name a third one then too. Disco Elysium.
Okay,
too.
because it won all those awards.
Because it won more awards than anything else.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
Yep.
All right.
Cool. So we asked, I think, 5 questions to you guys, our listeners on Instagram. A bunch of different questions. Let me see what they were. Your favorite game released in 2019. Best game you played in 2019, but doesn't have to be a game that came out last year. Game you thought would be good but lost interest in. Best indie game you played in 2019. And lastly, the best game to play while drinking a beer. So we asked you guys that, and we got a bunch of different answers. I'll start first, and then you guys can go.
Yeah.
Just go
Thanks.
clockwise.
I mean, there's a ton of people who responded to this, so thanks for
Yeah.
checking in with us and responding. It's cool to always read what you guys are thinking too, because you sit and listen to us for 2 hours every couple of weeks, talk about our shit, and then it's nice to get what other people are thinking. So I like when you guys respond and I get to read that stuff. It's super cool.
I love it too. It makes me realize that there are people listening, even though we do have a counter and we see, how many people are listening each podcast. It's nice.
Gotta get those numbers up.
It's nice to get that commentary too. And we don't have that big of a following on Instagram, but we appreciate the people that do follow us and do listen.
You guys are fam.
Yeah, you are fam. So some people didn't answer all 5. Like my buddy Random Retro AM, he wrote, best game to play while drinking is definitely Tapper on arcade.
I agree.
Check out the cabinet. It has a built-in drink holder, and the joystick is a beer tap, so I think it wins by default.
Yes.
Tony, you gotta look this shit up because it is so cool.
I've played it on cabinet.
It's
I also bought it for the Atari at my house, and I haven't played it on there yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's for Atari?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an 8-bit game where it's Budweiser sponsored the game.
It's so cool.
And you're a bartender on the right side that has to fill up beer, and it's sort of like
you have 6 lanes basically.
What would the game be similar to?
It's kind of like, any of those cooking,
Like a pushback
order
game.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to just go down and collect the empty glasses and fill up the new glasses
Before the people come all the way to your side.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're slowly moving down. So actually, plug, kind of, if you're ever in central Pennsylvania, Timeline Arcade in York and Hanover, has Tapper. I think Tapper is just at Hanover, but they have it there, and it's in the cabinet, with the Budweiser on it, but it's also somehow modded that it's Simpsons characters.
Oh, cool.
So it's Moe and Homer and everybody, and then you've got what's his name as the bartender? Blanking.
It's Mo.
Mo, yes.
Yeah, you
Sorry.
said it,
Yeah, Mo,
Beer.
and you've got Homer, and you've got Barney, and all of them coming down the line,
That's
and you're
really
Mo
cool.
going up and down, making sure everybody is filled up.
Yeah. I'm not an arcade
So
person, but after I
fun.
actually saw this cabinet and how there is a tap for the controls, I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I can
Every
love
time I
this.
go to that arcade, I at least sink 10 to 15 minutes into that cabinet alone, just playing Tapper, because it's such a fun game.
Yeah.
So good. So absolutely, that is the best recommendation for playing beer related game and with beer. You want me to go next?
Yeah.
All
Sorry.
right, cool. No worries. So my boy Joey Jojo Jr. Shabadoo.
Oh, you're like on a whole
You
different
you were all the way down here,
Started at the last
Oh,
one
my
first,
bad.
so-
Okay, you're right.
so I'm
Sorry.
going up from there.
Okay.
Anyway, he says that while Shenmue 3 is a good game, I find myself I don't have time to play it long games like I used to. It may probably take me a year to finish the game.
And that's a game I'm actually, like, I haven't bought yet, but I do want to buy as a Shenmue fan. I am ready to play that game, but I'm also not ready to play that game in any sense. I need to finish the games that I've already started.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, a lot of people talk about Shenmue. I haven't played any of them, but I feel like that is probably one of those that you need to sit down and
I
just...
feel like you would like Shenmue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll have to look into it maybe someday.
I'll let you borrow my copy if you want.
Ooh, ooh.
The Retro Gamer says Tetris 99 for... What was the first question?
That's
Your favorite game?
Favorite game.
2019 game.
And then best game you played in 2019,
Quackshot.
Quackshot, Mega Drive.
And then the game you thought would be good.
but lost interest in. Sorry, I have to scroll up and down.
Yeah, sorry.
It's all good. Help you out.
Doom 2016 on the Switch. Does someone want to read what number 4 is for me?
The best indie game in 2019.
Caloro, never heard of it.
I have
Never
no
heard of it
idea.
either. I'm
All
wondering if you
No.
thought, like, Klonoa?
No, that's not an indie game.
Yeah.
And then game while drinking. Any
Yes.
game while driving a motor vehicle.
And this motherfucker lives in Australia, so I'm pretty sure laws are different there.
Ha ha ha.
You can't play video games while you drink.
You can't drink and drive on Mario Kart.
I don't know.
What laws are you talking about?
Oh, my
There's
bad.
no laws
I
while you're
read that
drinking
wrong.
claws.
Sorry.
He's talking about...
He thought the guy just really liked DUI.
Yeah,
Yeah.
DUI. and
Oh
that.
my goodness. No,
Yeah.
he's talking about like Need for Speed and like
Yeah.
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart and Diddy Kong Racing, Crash Team Racing, the other kart games that nobody talks about that are real good.
So our buddy Sam Krepset has been on a podcast before. He says his favorite game in 2019 is Jedi Fallen Order on the PC. It's a great new game, albeit one of the few new games I checked out this year. Number 2 best game he played in 2019, Firewatch for the PC. Best gaming experience I had all year, which
I've heard that a lot with that
Tony
game.
and I both played that game, and it's phenomenal.
Fire.
Everyone should play it.
Literally, it's lit.
Number 3, which is what, indie game or something? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Session on the PC. It's a skateboarding game with a slightly different mechanic than EA Skate, but too different for me to adjust to. Oh, maybe that's... What was number 3? Is that indie game?
No, it's the game that you thought you lost interest in.
Oh, okay.
Then number 4 is the indie game.
Number 4 is What the Golf on iOS, only because I didn't get to play Untitled Goose Game yet. Cool. And number 5 for him is Minecraft. Yes, seriously, LOL. On the PC. So much fun to explore and have a beer. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sam.
Nice. So Matt's video game corner, another loyal listener, has come in with his. So he is with us on the train of Luigi's Mansion 3 being
Hell yeah, bro.
the best game of the year. This is my virtual auditory fist bump to you, man. Thank you for being on the right side of that.
We all just put on our virtual boys to contact you. And
Yeah, please answer. I have my virtual boo on.
Bzz, 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 bzz.
Yabo yabo.
Sorry, Tony, you wouldn't know unless you played
Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion 3.
If you were in this, you would know.
Oh, that's all right. I think I'll live.
Suku suku yabo yabo.
All right, episode 37 is creeping up on me. Let's
Oh
finish
no.
this.
Okay, number 2. Best game you played in 2019, but doesn't have to be from 2019 was Limbo. He
Hell
says,
yeah.
no clue how I waited so long. I actually haven't played that yet, but I
It's a
have
really good game.
heard, yes, amazing things
If you want to
between
borrow that too.
those two. Yeah, I actually might have a copy. I have to
Okay.
look on that one. Number 3 was a game he thought would be good but lost interest in, and he says Death Stranding. He says, luckily I traded it for a copy of Star Wars. Again, another virtual fist bump.
Cool.
Star Wars. Number 4 is the best indie game, and he said he would have to say SteamWorld Quest, a super slept-on game. I don't know that one, but I will have to look into it.
Amazing things on this. I have no idea what type of game it is. I'm pretty sure he's explained it to me before.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Matt, but isn't there a SteamWorld
World
or something like that on the 3DS? Wasn't there Steam something?
No, there's one on the Wii U. SteamWorld Dig.
Okay.
Something
Maybe I'm
like
thinking
that,
of something else. There was
He said it's
Steam
a turn-based
something.
RPG with
Okay.
a card fighting system similar to Batten Kaitos, which he loves Batten Kaitos on the GameCube, which I never played, but he's talked highly of.
Okay. All right, I'll have to look into it. That's cool. I just want to know more about it. And then he says about the beer drinking. He says, y'all know I don't drink anymore, but I like drinking my, quote, special drinks and tinctures and playing Stardew Valley.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Right
Thank
on,
you, Matt.
man.
Appreciate it.
For sure.
You don't have to read my dad's comment.
Shout out,
I
Dad.
wasn't gonna.
Okay, cool.
All right. The Chronicles of a Gamer says for number 1, his favorite game in 2019, Days Gone.
Which is wild. You know, nobody said that.
Yeah, that's what I thought was going to be in contest for Game of the Year, just because I know a lot of people played it, but like it was so early on that I think a lot of people forgot about it. You know, like it was spring release or something that came out, but it was a pretty big title.
And then best game he played in 2019, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. I think we all. Have you played that, Kelly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We all agree that's a fantastic
He literally just got a Switch for Christmas, so he's had
game.
6 days
He's
in
just
2019
Yeah.
to
That's
play it.
awesome. I had a friend do the same thing. He just recently got a Switch, and he's been playing Breath of the Wild basically nonstop.
Yeah. Well, that's
It's-
all
what
we
we
did.
did.
Yeah.
Right, and
That's all
you
we
may
could
be a
do.
couple years late, but you're dead on.
Yeah.
Like it is a
It's the only game you
fantastic
need to
game.
play.
Yeah. Well,
And-
I don't know about that. Dynamite Cop.
Well, yes, Dynamite Cop for sure. Everyone get Dynamite Cop, please. Seriously, we should reach out to the people that made Dynamite Cop. and be
Listen,
like,
we're
"Hey,"
promoting your game like
every episode.
hell.
Yeah.
Listen, where's my cut?
Yes.
Okay.
Or just make a second one because we need that.
Ooh, remaster.
Yeah.
Go on, Tony. Sorry.
It's fine. And the Chronicles of a Gamer was also disappointed by Death Stranding. Wasn't as good as he thought it would be.
He said, even though I knew it would suck, I just wanted to see how bad for myself.
So maybe that's not a good answer then, because it's a game that you thought would be good but lost interest in.
Well,
Yeah.
you could think
That's
of like
fine.
the hype of it. Like he was
Yeah.
thinking of the hype,
At
and
least he
then
bought it to try it.
right, yeah. Good
So
on
best indie game, What Remains of Edith Finch.
you. I want to play that game
And
so
that was free on
bad.
the PSN, actually.
I don't
one
have
of the months.
PSN. That's like I don't pay for both of them. That's the problem.
Yeah, I,
Miss
So I just
out.
pay for Xbox Live.
I put it in my library.
That's
I'll
fair.
let you know how it is.
I want to play it so bad. I probably will get it this year.
And then best game to play and drink, NHL 20.
He plays a lot of that.
And I would
Ah.
agree. I haven't played NHL 20, but I've played a lot of the other ones, and they are just super fun. It's one of the best trash talking games that there are. And
No,
it's
You are
super
all about trash
competitive.
talking games. I love it.
It's super competitive.
He
Yeah.
just gets on the mic and he starts yelling at either 12-year-olds in Call of Duty or Canadians in NHL.
Hell yeah. I love it.
And they're all like, sorry. And he's like, eat my shit.
Eat my shorts. Yeah, thank you guys for reaching out to us and responding on Instagram. We appreciate it. We appreciate all the listens too. We hope you guys had an amazing New Year's Eve and a good start to the New Year's. I haven't personally posted in a while on Instagram, which I could give a rat's ass. But at the same time, I made a New Year's goal to not post any pictures unless I'm using my Canon camera.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, which I haven't used, obviously.
Oh,
So I'm able to post whatever I want to on Precisely then, which might make me
What?
post more on Precisely. But under my game room page, I want to just use Canon because
okay. You're trying to up your gram game.
Because I can. I mean, I have my degree in photography, and I should use it, you know?
Yeah, get those white backgrounds. What are you doing?
With them paper towels.
With the paper towel. Buy that,
I'm
like,
surprised
89-cent.
Nobody called me out on it. I was
Buy
like,
that
"Oh, this looks
89-cent,
so
like,
bad."
foam board. You'll be good.
It's fine.
Throw it down.
It's all good.
That's cool. I have my resolutions actually saved on my phone.
Yeah, I read
And
it.
I posted it on Instagram and on my Facebook too, and like to have my family and friends keep me accountable this year because, you know, I feel like I've made resolutions in the past and I just haven't kept up with them because I didn't write them down
Yes.
or like I didn't make a conscious effort to like be like this is what I'm doing. So mine's like mine's pretty good. I want to finish a book a month because I love reading and I've always loved reading, but I find myself not making the time to do it. So I have a ton of, you know, like you would say a backlog of video games. I have a backlog of books.
You should
like,
try listening to them.
I don't like listening to them.
Okay.
I like reading. I'm actually a pretty fast reader, so reading is not a difficult or slow thing for me.
Doing it.
Yeah, it's just finding the time. So I just need to make the time to do that. So I want to finish like, you know, a book a month this year and knock out some of those books that are sitting on my shelf or on my Kindle that I really wanted to read. I wanted to keep a better track of games that I beat this year. So I want to try to beat at least 12 games this year and keep it. I'm sure that's attainable for me, but I just want to keep a list of it.
Oh, you'll be able to.
Yeah. So like like a game a month. This one's a good one. I want to pet 100 different dogs this year.
Love that. Yeah.
Because, you know,
you should keep count of that.
I do. I want to. I want to be able to like take a picture and put like my own hashtag with it, like Kelly's dog petting quest 2020 or something.
Put it as a story thing that's.
I could
like,
do that.
saves in
That's
your
a
stories.
good idea.
Yeah. With your
Ooh.
hand on each dog.
Yeah. Or
You
just
can
like a
start with
picture of
Boomer.
each
Start with
dog.
Boomer.
Well, no, I know him. That's not fair. I want to do like different,
But
like
it's
new dogs.
2020.
But new dogs. I want to meet new dogs. And the other thing is like to, you know, make myself come out of my shell a little bit more in person. I'm very introverted. Like I want to be able to approach people and be like, hey,
No, it's so easy to approach
what's
people
up?
with dogs.
Yeah, I'm not that good with. Yeah, I'm just not that good with.
dog's cute. Let me touch it.
I don't
That's
talk
what
very
everyone
much.
does of me with my dogs.
Yeah, I don't do that. I just like admire them from afar and be like, I really want to pet that dog, but I have social anxiety and don't want to talk to that person.
I feel you.
So I want to do that. I also want to get back into making more music and art this year. Like just generally, I feel like I've lost that and I want to get back into it. That's a huge thing for me. I want to work on my business, growing my business this year, see where I can get with that. That's just a general, you know, keep going upward with it. I need to learn to advocate for myself. I'm not a person that speaks up about myself often. I kind of push myself aside, I feel like. So I want to learn to like say no, be like, no, man, I can't do that this week. I'm feeling a certain kind of way. I just need to relax or just like back off, you know, just like say no to projects that I'm pushing myself to do or something, you know, just.
It's always good to push yourself, but yeah, at the same time, if you need time off for yourself.
Yeah, I just, and it kind of goes with my next one. Like I need to take care of myself mentally and physically. I've gotten to a point, you know, mentally where I've been dealing with a lot of issues and it's been hard, you know, but I want to be open about it because I never was before. And that's half the reason that I got to where I am. So I just need to like take a break. I need to be able to say it's okay to take a break.
Yeah.
Because that's the one thing I don't know how to do is say it's all right. You can stop for a
If
minute.
you ever need to take a break on the podcast, please.
Oh, not the podcast. Podcast is fine. This is fun.
Cool.
But like, you know, just in general, like when I come home from work, it's like I keep working. You know, I don't stop. Like you have to take the time and say it's done. We're done. Go relax. Play a video game.
Yeah.
You need to be able to
That's
say
what
that.
Gaming's for, you know.
Yeah. So that's like my resolutions for this year.
I like it.
So there's some, you know, real life ones and there's some dog petting ones.
Tony's been working out at the gym.
Oh, you look swole already.
Thank you.
With the resolutioners. How's that going?
That's not my resolution.
Oh.
What is?
Stop eating sweets. But I've been
Oh.
doing fine at that.
Yeah, he's been doing really
Wow,
good. This
good for you.
motherfucker would come to my house and be
Oh,
like,
I know.
He would know where the chocolate is.
He
and
went
then
right to
eat,
that
like,
cabinet every time.
Little 20 chocolate bars from Halloween, and I'm like, "What are you doing, man? This is too much." And yeah, I haven't seen any wrappers.
Yeah, he came in like
good job.
last time. He had like a handful of like 20 bite-sized Snickers.
And I don't know if we said this on the podcast or not, but Tony and I quit vaping.
Oh, congrats,
A while
guys.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are doing awesome.
Like
That's
a month and a half ago.
good.
and like we
Proud of
didn't
you.
say it on Instagram or anything. It was just like something that we both mutually were like, hey, let's do this, together. And
Yeah, it's
let's
because
be
I'm seeing a
let's
lot
be
more
accountable.
things. Yeah, about like it being kind of shitty.
Oh, it's really bad.
So
if
I'm
anyone's out there vaping and you're thinking about quitting, hit us up. Me or Tony. I'm happy to talk to you and give you advice on how to quit.
I mean, you can hit me up and I can be support. But
Yeah.
I don't know a thing about quitting
It's
vaping.
gonna suck. It will definitely suck. But
you can do it.
That's a whole nother story. Before we end this podcast, our first podcast of 2020, we still have that giveaway going on.
Whoop, whoop.
Limited Run says it's going to be shipped out at the end of January. We'll see about that. So DM us at Precisely Podcast on Instagram, this secret code. We're going to do grippy socks.
Grippy socks. Gamer
Grippy
socks.
socks.
Gamer socks.
Gamer socks.
Gamer socks.
All right, not grippy. Gamer socks.
Gamer socks.
But yeah, that's it, guys. We do have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/precisely. If you want to be the first one to join, I'll throw you a shit ton of stickers your way and a bunch of love, some shout outs on this podcast and everything.
You get love anyway.
Yeah, either way, everyone gets love here. We love you all. Thank you for listening. Best thing to do if you are a listener is tell a friend about us and have them listen too. Tie them up and make sure that they listen to us.
Yeah. But not too tightly that you would leave marks because you probably like that friend. Make sure the knots in the rope are loose or the zip ties, whatever you choose. It's up to you.
Just make sure.
Just loosen it. Make sure it's okay.
Make sure someone listens.
Yeah.
That's your goal this week.
Yeah, that's your resolution.
Yes.
We're making it for you.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate you. Have a very happy 2020, and we're looking forward to podcasting more with you guys.
Hell yeah.
We out.
We out.